Hey y'all, this will be a short video. First off, thank you for all of the amazing responses to my interview with Diane and Jen. That was such a special thing to get to do. Hard, really freaking hard, but really special because they're really amazing people, and what they're doing for Fearless and what they're doing for their family and their bucket list with a twist is just really inspiring, and I've pretty much not stopped thinking about it since the interview. And what's also crazy is Diane has sent me some things that have really made me think, and she's really encouraging me and pushing me to find some glimmers of joy in the day. I read this thing that a glimmer is the opposite of like a panic attack. It's like this little nugget of joy in your day. So looking for more glimmers is what I'm working on. Today was a hard day. So today I have cysts in my breasts, and I always have. And so one of the cysts was growing, and it's been growing consistently over the last 6 weeks. So I went today and I got a mammogram and an ultrasound, and it came back benign. They're just my cysts. They just are going to ebb and flow, and it's just going to be a part of my life. And I'll go back in a few years for my next mammogram and ultrasound. I started having them when I was 16 because of these cysts. Because when your doctor finds lumps at 16, that's not normal. So I've been kind of getting those for the last, 20 years. But the reason I'm jumping on to talk today, well, one, because I really wanted to get a video out every week, but two, because I literally lost my shit in there. It was a medical office, it was inside a hospital, and for some reason it just was like these huge, massive flashbacks to everything with my dad, to the emergency room with my dad, to treatments, to dropping him off. Even the drop off where we would drop him off for his chemo radiation looked the same. And I was reached out to by an organization, and they were asking me questions about whether or not I would ever be interested in doing a focus group. And I can't share any information on anything really, except for that the focus group is about caretakers of people with cancer. And so while I wasn't the primary caretaker 100% of the time, I'm exploring the conversation to see what that looks like. And I hope it's going to be healing, but I'm also afraid that it's going to tear my heart all the way open. In terms of this week, things have been good and bad, and things have been hard and easy. Some kind of scary stuff happened. We woke up and our garage door had to somehow mysteriously open in the middle of the night. And some of you know that I've been dealing with some stuff with somebody I thought was a friend. And so there's always that little bit of fear of what if, like what's next? And I think that's the theme of my life, is what's next? What's going to happen next? What's the next scary thing that I feel like I have to deal with and cope with in this year of just what's next? And so even though it's probably a glitch, and even though it's probably some weird tech thing, there's this like little bit of fear that what if it's somebody who's intentionally trying to harm us in some way. So medical offices suck. Phantom garage door openings, like the security company said, suck. Being a person, I don't want to say it sucks, but it's just really hard right now. And a lot of the people I love are going through some big stuff. My best friend Camille is moving out here to Texas in a month. So I'll be flying out at the end of the month to help her pack and to move and to do the drive out here. And, there's going to be some scary stuff along the way with what happens next with our family and how that's all going to work out. And just a bunch of stuff. It's just a bunch of bullshit, because life should not have to be this freaking hard. And yesterday I did a Posh Live, and thank you so much for those of you who are watching this who came in, because a ton of my friends popped in, and it was a really successful show. And I wore my Jimmy Buffett shirt, and we had a good time. But I realized that I bought that shirt for vacation, and I wore it because I don't know if we're going to have a vacation this year. I don't know if there's going to be a Mexico trip this year. I don't know if there's going to be anything. And not that life is all about vacations, but I just decided, what the heck? And I wore my vacation shirt yesterday for my show. So I know I ramble. I know I say I'm going to do more poignant, pointed videos, but this might be a little bit more of what we get every other video. I'm Trish Glenn, Super Sale Trish from List Perfectly and the amazing eBay and all-around reseller that she is, has agreed to do an interview with me. She recently lost her father as well, and she's been going through it, so I'm hoping to set that interview up with her in the next week or two. Regina Zoe 2017 on Poshmark has agreed to do an interview with me at Posh Fest, so that should be a good one, because that's going to probably be instead of I'm sorry for what I said when I was grieving, I'm sorry for what I said when I had too much Pinot Grigio. So we're going to have a good time and we're going to laugh, and hopefully we'll learn some stuff about each other. But I know I had mentioned this before in one of my videos, but if there's any mental health professionals, if there's anybody out there who would want to do an interview with me and a sit down, I know that that would really help a lot of people. So drop in the comments if that's something that you do, counseling, therapy, whatever. Just let me know. And if you just have another story you want to tell and you want to sit down with me, I am looking to interview all the people and have all the right content that's going to bring people some peace and some clarity. And just the number two, I'm going to say two things. The number one thing I want everyone to learn from my videos and to hear again and again and again and again is that life is fucking hard. It is the hardest thing we do, and none of us get out of it alive. And like I told my family member who was going through it a long time ago, life is hard. And his response to me was, I'm 25 years old and no one's ever told me life is hard before. So you're hearing it straight from me. Life is hard. And the second thing is that we can get through this if we support each other. If we support each other's reselling journey, we support each other by sending virtual hugs. We Venmo each other $5 to buy a coffee. So here's how I'm going to end my video this week. I'm keeping it short. I just was crying, and I just realized that as I was leaving this medical center, that this is what it is. I'm sorry for what I said when I was grieving. I walked in to the mammogram place and I was rambling and I was late, and they asked me if I needed a chocolate, and I asked if they had a whiskey. I don't even drink whiskey. And I know I was a frazzled mess. And so I thought this is the type of stuff that I need to share, because this is the stuff that I'm sorry for what I said when I was grieving. But I want to end this video with a challenge. I challenge everybody to do one random act of kindness. It could be for someone you know, it could be for a stranger, it can be for a charitable organization. It could be something, like I said, small, like Venmo $5 to someone you know is going through it and say, get a coffee on me. It could be buying Starbucks for the person behind you in line. Apparently I need coffee because I'm really coffee focused right now. It could be donating to a favorite organization. It could be, I don't know, it could be anything, just something that you think is a random act of kindness. And please share in the comments. That is what I want to hear. I want to hear your random act of kindness that you're going to do. So that's going to be my thing this week. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you for subscribing. It's not many to some of you out there, but we grew another like 50 subscribers in the last week or two. So my goal is 1,000 by the end of the year, and it might be a big reach, but what the hell? If things can be as effed up as they are, why can't they be good? Why can't I have a glimmer? Okay, sorry for what I said when I was grieving.